Pakistan police file blasphemy case against feminist marchers. Pakistani police registered a blasphemy case against organizers of the Feminist Women's Freedom March in Islamabad. This march is held annually to mark International Women's Day on March 8th. Organizers of the march condemned the allegations as baseless and false. Pakistan's strict blasphemy laws mandate the death penalty for the offense of offending Islam's prophet and carry a life sentence for insulting Islam's holy book, the Quran. In Lahore, a court rejected a similar petition for lack of evidence. The court stated that the demonstrators' right to protest is protected under lawful protections for free speech. Allegations for blasphemy appeared to be revolving around doctored videos and images. Organizers of the march compared the original and doctored videos and proved the latter was intentionally made to appear as if the demonstrators were insulting Islam.
They're wearing the hijab in a country. This is a picture from the protest?
Scroll down. No.
Oh, no.
Police
These
officers escort activists.
Oh, okay. No, these are the police officers. These are, yeah, because you can't have male police officers at a woman march, right? Because it's too much close. But yeah, oh no, yeah, the protesters themselves are mostly not wearing hijab. Okay. Because I was like, yeah, these are police officers. Okay, cool. So somebody doctored their image to make them look like they were committing blasphemy?
Oh yeah, I remember when the march first happened back in the beginning of March. It was huge. It was circulating constantly around Twitter. Like they were, cutting things out of videos. They were photoshopping signs that they were supposed to be carrying. You know, they were taking clips of what they were saying out of context to try to make it seem like they were insulting the Prophet Muhammad. Like, it's really messed up because that's such a dangerous game to play in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Like, someone could easily get killed over you faking an allegation like this.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.
Yeah, I mean, it's being more and more often is being used as a weapon. What do you think, Rivka?
Well, I was going to say that it just shows the level that these guys or these people are at. So instead of just coming right out and saying we're against women's rights, which is basically it, they need to fake these videos so they have some faux evidence of some air stats crime, because they're so just against the concept of these women themselves deciding that we're going to make a march and we're going to talk about our rights, that, it's really infuriating. And I do think you're right that people are using it exactly as a way of revenge, a way of punishing people, a way of, if there's jealousies or arguments between people. That's the whole thing about these laws. Not only are they bad because blasphemy is a victimless crime, it shouldn't even be a crime, but it's a way that people can use government force against someone they don't like, someone they covet their property, all of these things, it allows for that because it's so amorphous about I heard you said this or I felt you, you know. So yeah, it's very, very dangerous because as we see often, a lot of times these don't even make it to court. People are using extrajudicial violence against people who have just been accused.
Right. So here's an interesting thought. The main point of these women marches is to bring attention to this woman's situation in a country like Pakistan, right? And the people who were trying to accuse them of blasphemy, that means that they couldn't find anything that they were doing that could be used against them, right? The fact that they had to go Photoshop this, like there was nothing within the law or within their authority or whatever that they could use to, you know, to incite any government action against them. So that's why they had to do this. And by doing that, you know, this is getting like I don't know if just a mere feminist march in Pakistan would get this much attention. The reason why this feminist march now is getting a lot of attention is for the fact that these people try to accuse them of blasphemy. So in a sense, the main purpose of this march was achieved by the people who tried to accuse them of blasphemy. Like it's now getting a lot more attention, and also they're making the feminist marches point for them. Because these women are trying to say, like, you know, our voices are not being heard, our rights are not equal. And guess what? Yes, see here, exactly. When we try to speak, somebody tries to accuse us of blasphemy. This is like exactly the point that they're trying to make. So thank you to whoever is accusing them of blasphemy. You prove their point and you also amplify their voices. But go on, Susanna.
Well, so my impression was that I think it's called in Pakistan the Azadi March, which means like Women's Freedom March. It was a big deal in it of itself, like when it first happened, because I think it was one of the largest that has ever occurred in Pakistan and happened across several major cities. And so what we were talking about was that I think previously we've talked about the accusations against some of these women's march organizers. But now what's new about this is that some case has actually been registered by the police, and at least Islamabad. A similar one was dismissed in Lahore. So it's interesting to see like where it stands and where it doesn't. And it was such a huge deal because like the organizers or just participants of this march have been receiving like death and rape threats ever since they participated, even from leading newspapers like the Daily Ummat, which refer to them as prostitutes and whores, you know, for marching, for their participation. And what's interesting, though, is that according to what I'm reading, the allegations that have been registered against various organizers in Islamabad are from pictures or incidents from different cities. Quote, additionally, the incidents which are being falsely framed as blasphemous in these charges are not even from the Islamabad march, and the allegations regarding them have been thoroughly debunked by both media outlets and the respective city chapters where they came up. So they're like taking photos of women or participants from like other cities across the country and then like blaming some local organizers for that, holding them responsible for it, even though it's likely just made up. And it's so clear that they're just using whatever tools are available to them to harass and intimidate women. Like, to me, it seems pretty clear that that's what this comes down to. Like, they want to shame these women. They want to control them. They want to intimidate and make them fearful. And one of the easiest ways to do that would just be to slap a blasphemy allegation on them. And the organizers even say, like, by doing this, you guys are putting hundreds of women at risk.
Interesting point here. Do you want to?
Narumi Momose is saying, when you think about it, it's the people who photoshopped and video/voice edited anti-Islam statements on the women who engaged in blasphemy. It can be used against them.
Yeah, because they
flip
went
the tables on them. Oh snap! You're on to
like who?
something.
That is a
Who are-
great legal argument
Yeah, they went
if
and
it goes to
photoshopped.
court.
They made blasphemous pictures to try to in their
Holy
attempt to accuse
crap.
these women of blasphemy. They created blasphemy. So
Holy, you're on to something.
you're onto something.
And then
yeah.
and then Narumi does clarify, not that I support blasphemy laws,
yeah, I get that.
but technically, you
Technically,
could
yeah.
flip it and reverse it.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they, I don't know, actually, would that make me a hypocrite? I don't know.
Hey guys, YouTube has fully demonetized our channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct, without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists, without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.